Ben, what are you up to?
Just sorting my washing.
Sorting it? But you're mixing your whites with the colours.
No, I'm not sorting it into whites and colours. I'm sorting it into wearables and unwearables.
Don't you mean unbearables?
Well, there's another wear in that.
Another wear? You mean you've already worn all these?
Yeah.
Well, then they're all dirty clothes, surely.
No, just wearing a shirt doesn't make it dirty. Look, if you're very careful and you don't sweat, you can get 2, maybe 3 wears out of a shirt.
That's disgusting.
My personal best is 4. One of the guys at the hostel got 5.5 once.
How can you get half a wear?
Oh, well, he got halfway out the door before we turned the fire hose on him. Oh, this one's marginal. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's terminal. Now, tell me, Ben, do you have any set criteria when you're giving your lorry the sniff test?
Oh, yeah. Look, if it makes my eyes water, needs a wash.
That's it?
And if it makes my knees buckle, definitely needs a wash. Other than that, they go back into the wearables.
Hi, guys, what's doing?
Ben's just sorting out his unwashed washing.
You're a real grub, aren't you, Ben?
Well, I don't know about that. I look all right, don't I? Well, don't I? Well, come on, what's wrong with the way I look?
Ben, some people wear permanent press. You seem to wear permanent crush.
Yeah, Ben, it's as if you've ironed in the wrinkles.
Well, I'll admit this T-shirt's a bit wrinkled.
A bit?
Well, it's because I've only just put it on. I mean, in an hour or so, my body heat will get rid of the wrinkles.
Ben, a steamroller couldn't get rid of those wrinkles.
Oh, well, if they don't come out, then I'll just put on a sweater.
Don't you hang your clothes up?
No?
Well, how about your good clothes?
These are my good clothes.
Ben!
What, they're not?
Ben, these may be many things.
Environmental disasters, perhaps.
Toxic hotspots, maybe.
But good clothes?
No?
Definitely no.
I'd also like to draw your attention to the contract details of the Patterson project. That's with 2 T's, Betty. Where
Hold on. Project. What?
No, don't write that.
No, don't write.
No, what? Stop. Pencils down. Finished. I didn't want you to write that.
What?
What?
Well, that's what I would like to know. What don't you want me to write down?
What? I said what, but I don't want you to write it down.
Well, if you say it, I write it down. That's how shortcut works, Mr. Kelly.
Oh, God, I give up. Look, Betty, let's make this really simple, shall we? Because you should be really good at simple. That's your best thing. Now, how did you spell project?
Project.
Good.
T.
Now, no, it's only got 1 T.
I know, but you told me to spell it with 2. You said that's with 2 T's, Betty.
Oh, God, you didn't write that down as well, did you?
If you say it, I write it.
Well, cross it out and cross out project with 2 T's and write it with 1 T.
Well, really, I know you spell it with 1 T. I mean, I'm not stupid, am I?
Pass.
And while we're at it, how many T's do you want in, Patterson?
Oh, 4, 8, 17. You know, put in as many as you like, all right?
Well, there is no need to be all snitchy about it. I'll put 2. That's how I usually spell it.
Oh.
Oops. Time for a cuppa. Do you want something, Mr. Kelly?
Yes, coffee black with a cyanide pill in it.
You sure you wouldn't rather have a tea?
Hi, Mr. Kelly, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how much sulfuric acid I'd need to dissolve a body, Arthur.
I reckon a lot.
Yeah.
Look what I've got. They're beauties, eh?
Hey, walkie-talkies, terrific. Do they work?
Yeah, they're real beauties. Listen. Calling Mr. Kelly. Calling Mr. Kelly. See, you could hear that all right?
Yeah, I could have heard it without the walkie-talkies.
Do you get some kind of pleasure in spoiling a little kid's fun?
I'm sorry, Arthur, they're terrific walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Here you go, Mr. Kelly. Oh, hello, Arthur.
Hi, Betty.
Can I get you a glass of milk or something?
No, thanks, Betty. Look what I've got.
Oh, aren't they lovely? What are they?
They're walkie-talkies.
Walkie-whatties?
Walkie-talkies, Betty. They let you walk and talk at the same time. Although for you, that could be a bit difficult.
Yeah, see, they've even got this lead so you can plug them into your stereo.
Well, why would you want to plug your walkie-whattie into your stereo?
So you can pretend you're on the radio.
Ah, sort of do-it-yourself karaoke.
Beg yours?
Karaoke, you know, it's sing along with pop records. Very big in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Funny how the Japanese get so excited about Latin American music, isn't it?
It's not Latin American.
It most certainly certainly is. Fred and Ginger danced the karaoke in Flying Down to Rio, and that's pretty Latin American.
The word is not karaoke, it's karaoke. It's Japanese. You buy these karaoke records and you play them and sing along with them.
Oh, yeah? Oh, honestly, he thinks he knows everything.
It's true, it's Japanese. Karaoke means empty orchestra.
Oh, what, and you sing along with the tummy rumbles, do you?
Literally, it means empty orchestra. Karaoke, translated, is orchestra recorded without a singer. Just as Betty means person born without a brain.
And what, they record them in Latin America, do they?
It's got nothing to do with Latin America. Oh, God, why do I bother? Listen, Arthur, do your walkie-talkies do anything else?
Aside from playing Latin American music?
Yeah, see, they've got this beauty button for sending Morse code. And they've got a range of up to half a mile or more.
Oh, have they indeed?
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? How far is half a mile or more?
Oh, I'd say it's from here to the railway station.
Or more.
Yeah? That's terrific. Let's try it out. I'll go down there and call you, and you see if you can hear me.
Okay. Well, just a minute, what are you doing?
I'm turning it off. You can't leave it on all the time or the batteries run out.
But,
That sounds right to me, Mr. Kelly. After all, Arthur can't afford to be buying new batteries all the time.
Yeah, because I'm only a little kid.
Yeah, hang on a minute. If mine's switched off, how will I know when you're going to try and call me on yours?
Good point. I'll phone you.
Could you get that for me, please, Mr. Kelly?
Hello, Martin Kelly. Yes, I'll accept the charges.
Who is it?
It's Arthur calling reverse charges from the railway station.
Well, what do you think?
I think we could definitely do something.
I agree.
I mean, the raw material isn't too bad.
Well, it's not a total disaster anyway.
It's uncanny, isn't it, how the eyes seem to follow you around the room?
You notice that? Don't worry, it's an illusion.
Oh, no, it's not. They're following you, all right? What are you two up to?
I think it senses our presence.
The thing we have to do is win its trust.
Well, that could take quite a while. Now, what are you two up to?
My partner and I have decided to take your case.
What case is that?
Well, I think in this case we're talking worst case. Would you agree?
Definitely.
Worst case what? What if I don't want you to take my case?
Oh, you do. Don't worry about that.
Well, hang on just a minute. What are we talking about here?
We're talking about you and your dress sense.
What dress sense?
Exactly, what dress sense? That's our point, you have none.
Whereas we, on the other hand, have it in abundance.
Yes, and we're going to give you some. Isn't that nice of us?
Well, what if I don't want any?
Oh, you do. We've thought about that.
Well, I'm glad you gave it a little consideration.
Of course we did. And decided that nobody with even the slightest glimmer of intelligence.
Which includes you.
Yes, nobody with any intelligence could refuse our offer.
Exactly what is the offer?
We've decided to go shopping with you.
Forget it.
Ben, what's wrong with that?
No way. It'd be like going shopping with my mother.
How's that?
Well, you'll make me buy things where the sleeves hang off my arm and flap in the breeze and say, good, he can grow into it. And then you'll take me to the shoe shops where the shoe salesman will press really hard with his thumb into my foot and say, is that your toe? Well, there's lots of room in there.
But we're not your mother.
Yes, but you're females. You're all the same.
I'm back from lunch, Mr. Kelly.
Yes, Betty, so you are. Now, dip.
Beg yours?
Oh, I was just sending a message to Arthur in Morse. There, finished.
Morse?
Morse code, Betty. You know what code is? You type in it all the time.
That was a beauty, Mr. Kelly.
Yeah, did you like that? Yeah, I thought it had drama, pathos, and a good plot.
Absolutely. What does it say?
What did it say? Don't you know how to read Morse code?
No, I'm only a little kid.
Well, what is the point of me sending you messages if you can't read them?
I can bring them in here and you can read them back to me.
Yeah, it's sort of like shortcut.
Arthur, I'll tell you what. You go to the library, go to the I'm only a little kid section and get a book on Morse code.
And then you can read it to me.
No, then you can read it to you.
Okay, I'll leave your walkie-talkie here in case I want to call you.
Okay, and no more reverse charge phone calls, okay, Arthur?
All right.
Right, how'd you manage that anyway?
I just called service difficulties and told them I was only a little kid and it was an emergency.
Well, didn't they ask what sort of an emergency it was?
Yeah, but then I just pretended to cry and they put me through straight away.
Get out of here. Oh, Yolande, hi. What are you doing here?
Harbour, harbour.
Hello, Martin.
Who's
this good-looking young fellow?
This is the world's shortest con man. Say goodbye, Arthur. Well, Yolande, come on in. What brings you to see us? Oh, no, let's not go in there. Let's talk here, shall we?
Fine by me. Any particular reason?
Yes, Betty's in there, and when she's around, it's hard to have a coherent conversation.
Yes, I've noticed.
So, what can I do for you?
Miss Leclerc, welcome to our lovely office and home, which is the part that you are in at the present moment.
Well, bang goes coherence.
Hello, Betty.
Has my associate offered you any refreshment? Tea, coffee, Vegemite in hot water?
Vegemite in hot water?
Yeah. It says on the jar it's a very warm, nourishing drink. We drink it all the time in the country on icy cold winter days.
Well, it's not an icy cold winter day.
Oh, she might be thin-blooded.
I'm sure Yolanda is as fat-blooded as anyone. Did I say that? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Look, no coffee, tea, or Vegemite for me, thanks.
Now, Betty, I'm sure you've got lots of work you can be getting on with.
But this is business. You'll want me to stay and take notes.
Actually, it's not business, it's personal.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll want me to stay and take notes.
Go ahead.
Well, I was wondering if you could do something for me.
Sure, anything. Just ask.
Marry me.
Yeah, no problem.
What? What? Well, just a moment. Hear me out.
Well, aren't you rushing things a bit? I mean, I thought we would have got to know each other a bit better before we got to this point. You know, I mean, go out with each other once or twice, or even once.
Oh, you did go to the cricket together, remember?
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't count. Got rained out.
Just a minute. I didn't phrase that very well. What I mean is that...
I know what you mean. Oh, boy, what some people won't do to get a pair of white gloves.
Pardon me?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, Mr. Kelly, it's a leap year. She's going to ask you to marry her. You say no, of course.
Of course.
Well, of course. And then you hit him for a pair of white gloves. Huh.
Betty, don't be so ridiculous. Hang on, she's not right, is she?
If I could get a word in...
Oh.
What I meant to say is that I am planning on marrying someone by proxy. And I'd like you to stand in for it.
A proxy wedding?
Yes.
So, you don't want to marry me?
No. Well, I'm sure I would if I'd met you before I'd met Tony.
Oh, Tony.
Look, it's a little involved and a little personal, but... You see, Tony and I have been engaged for 6 months. I suppose you could say he's the great passion of my life.
Oh, crocky Moses, this is hot stuff.
Yes, it's passion with 2 S's, Betty.
P-A-S-S-H-U-N.
Anyway, we had a terrible fight one night, and I got really angry, and I broke it off.
Oh, you didn't.
The engagement, you meathead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
May I continue? Anyway, he's a geologist, and he took a job in the Antarctic. He's there now. I've been miserable without him. But the other night, out of the blue, he rang up and he said he was sorry and that he was miserable without me. And I said I was sorry and that I was miserable without him. And then we both started crying, and then we decided to get married. So here I am.
And there he is.
Exactly. And he's about to go on a 3-month expedition inland, and he'll be out of contact. So, will you be his proxy?
Yes, of course I will. I'm really flattered that you asked me.
You have no idea how happy this makes me.
Mr. Kelly, just make sure that she doesn't want you as part of any poxy honeymoon.
Ben, you're a big disappointment to me.
And to me.
I told you, I'm sorry.
Hi, kids, what's the problem?
We took Ben shopping, but he didn't.
Didn't what?
Didn't shop. He resisted the temptation to buy scads of wonderful items of clothing. It's unnatural, Dad.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It is. And it's probably unhealthy.
Well, it's definitely unfeminine.
Well, I'm sorry. I just didn't see anything I liked.
But how about the sports coat? It was perfect on you.
Yeah, but I didn't like it.
So what? We could have borrowed it. It's all self with you, isn't it?
We went to shop after shop and he didn't buy a thing. I don't think he's human, Dad. I think he's an alien sent here to spy on us.
Now, come on, be fair. I did buy something.
Oh, yeah, yet another T-shirt and a pair of shorts. You can save them for formal occasions.
Well, I give up. I tried my best and it wasn't good enough. So I'm off to bed. Got an early start tomorrow.
Well, I'm off too. I've got some study to catch up on.
What about you, Jennifer?
Oh, well, Dad, I guess it's just you and me and the old TV.
No, I mean, what about you, Jennifer? Haven't you got some study to do?
Oh, well, don't blame me if you start the conversation. I did that.
Go, study. Yolande, hi, what are you doing
Oh, Martin, I've got to talk to someone. I'm sorry to bother you. It's just, well, I just have to talk to someone. Do you mind?
No, not at all. Come in, sit down. Oh, calm down.
Yes, calm down. That's what I need, a calm head. Oh, God, I'm sorry to be bothering you like this.
It's perfectly all right.
No, you're right. I'll go. This is none of your worry, and I shouldn't burden you with it.
Yolanda, it's simply a matter of pre-wedding jitters.
Is it? Are you sure? I mean, what do you think? Do you think I'm doing the right thing?
Well...
You don't think I'm rushing into it, do you? Tell me, do you agree or disagree?
Well, really, it's not for me to...
Of course, you're right. I mean, it's not as if Tony and I have only just met, is it? Were you going to say something?
Yeah, but why start now?
Oh, Martin, I'm sorry. It's just... Well, I mean, Tony and I, we had
A lot in common?
Oh, God, no. A wonderful sex life.
Really?
Yes. And he wasn't intimidated by the fact that I'm a very successful businesswoman. A lot of men are, you know.
I'm sure.
I mean, I can't help it if I earn 180K a year. Well, I suppose I can, actually. But I don't want to.
180K, that's 180,000.
Yes.
We're talking dollars here, not iced Vovos.
Yes. Do you think that makes me less desirable as a woman?
No, it could make you the perfect woman. Your father doesn't own a pub as well, does he?
I don't follow.
Forget it.
No, you're right, Martin. This opportunity may never come again. I've got to act while I have a chance. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and thanks for the good advice.
Oh, no problem. Just, if you ever figure out what I said, let me know.
Are you sure this radio's tuned in?
Yes, don't touch it. The guy that delivered it took an hour to tune it in.
Who's going to be performing the ceremony?
The captain of the Swedish supply ship that took them down.
And who's the poxy bride?
Denise Marshall. She's a doctor with the expedition. She's an old friend of Tony's and mine. Shouldn't they be coming through by now?
Well, any minute now, I should think.
Hello, Sydney, Australia. Are you there?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but we three are. Hello, this is Martin Kelly in Sydney calling. Who is this, please?
This is Captain Lars Svensson of the Swedish ship COGHILL. Are you receiving me?
Ahoy there, Captain Me Hardy. 10-4, breaker. Good buddy. Come back, missing you already.
Give me that. Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. That was an itinerant loony. Are you ready to start the ceremony?
Yeah, they're ready here, and we better get a big hurry on. We've got a big storm coming, and we're going to lose radio contact pretty soon.
Okay, well, let's get on with it.
Who's that, please? Is that the beautiful bride?
Yes, it is. Now can we...
I'm pleased to meet you, beautiful bride.
Yes, same. Yes, same here. Now can we just...
I think we better.
What? What?
We're getting plenty of storm here now. The waves are big. How's the weather there? It's pretty bad here, I tell you. The barometer's dropped below 990 and we're getting lots of...
Will you stop behaving like a Swedish Alan Wilkie and get on with the wedding?
Yeah? Speak now or don't say nothing no time.
What have you started? Has he started? I can't hear you.
I'll just reach you.
No, don't touch it, Betty. Oh.
See there now, it's clear as a bell.
You, get off the line. This is a private wedding.
No, it's a distress call.
Well, tell him to get distressed at someone else's wedding.
What's going on, Mr. Kelly?
Well, we've got a distress call. Somebody somewhere's in trouble. We've got to do something to help them.
What should we do?
Call 000.
Okay.
Oh, shut up. I mean, what good is calling 000 going to do?
Well, they could send a fire engine.
You'll need help in a minute, pal, if you don't butt out of my wedding.
Yolande, calm down. He's in serious trouble.
Yes, I'm only a little pissed.
What? Oh, please, God. Oh, please, no, God, don't let him have done this.
Well, what's going on? What's that?
Well,
I fooled you, didn't I? How's that?
Arthur,
You didn't know it was me, did you? SOS! SOS! Help! Help! My ship is sinking!
It was him. It was him!
No, Yolanda, don't do anything you'll regret.
Oh, I won't regret it. I'll be really glad about it. Just let me have him for a minute. 30 seconds. 10. Just let me have him for 1.
No, Arthur, don't you hear your mother calling?
No?
No, it's angels.
Yes, it really is your mother calling, Arthur.
Little boy, come here and show me your nice walkie-talkie.
Now you mention it, I think I do hear my mother calling.
So, have you heard from Tony?
No, he's out of contact. They're on the ice somewhere. Been gone for a week.
Well, I'm sorry there was no wedding.
There was.
What?
I got this cable from the ship a few days ago.
He married the doctor.
Seems he got used to the idea of a wedding, and when we lost contact, well, it was a pity to lose all those arrangements.
I don't believe it.
Believe it. Tony's a creature of whim. Anyway, it'll serve her right.
How's that?
They'll be in a tent together for the next 3 months.
So?
Tony snores.
Loud snoring, is it?
Prodigious. Tony's snoring is like the mating call of a sea elephant.
Well, she'll have a lot of sleepless nights in that tent.
She'll have a lot of crowded nights. There's a hell of a lot of sea elephants in Antarctica.
Hey Dad is recorded in front of a studio audience. This has been a Gary Riley production for the 7 Network.